Hello, friends, and welcome to the $1 Million Message. This is Tiffany Stout from the Austin, Texas area with your Wednesday Wisdom, and I am so excited to be with you today. Wanted to just kind of fill you in on some life stuff that's been happening and hopefully share a message with you today that can make an impact, make a difference for you. So, the last week and a half, I should say, has been truly just like crazy in my world and life, just one thing after another. And so it's been all good things though. So last week my two oldest girls were in the state championship softball finals. So it was really exciting. And I want to share the story with you because it was really fun. We were in Arlington, which is the Dallas area, for about 3 days. We were there last Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because the state game, semifinal game was on Monday, and then the state game was on Tuesday. And this is our third year in a row that the girls, that my oldest anyway, because my other one's a sophomore, so her second year in a row, that we have been at the state championship game. Okay, so we go to a private school, or they go to a private school that is just blessed to have a really great softball team. There's not a lot in the Austin area that even have a softball team in general, so then to be on a team at this private high school that has a really, really, really exceptional softball program is pretty rare here. So, but it's not in the state. We've got a lot of great teams within the state, just not a ton in the Austin area. So we qualified for state. Girls are excited. But let me take you back a year ago. A year ago, they were also competing in the semifinal game, and we lost to a really great team. And anyway, so that team beat us last year in semifinal. They went on to play in the state championship game, and they won. So they were the state champions last year. And they're a really great team, really great coaching and all of that. Our head coach at the time was really good friends with that head coach, but we went through some changes at our school, and our coach didn't come back this year. And he ended up moving. He's in Idaho and coaching a 6A high school, in public high school in Idaho that actually, they just won the state championship in Idaho last week, 4 days after our game. So it's been a really exciting week because we're very close with that coach still. He is one of the top coaches in the nation. He coaches select softball as well. So it's a lot of history there, and he led our team to state 2 years in a row. We got ourselves back with a new coach this year for the third time. We still hadn't won state. We still weren't winning it. And this year we went, and we wanted to win it for him because he put this program together. He was the softball coach at our high school for 21 years. And the girls love him so much, and they wanted to honor the legacy that he left with them. And they pushed and they fought and they did it, y'all. They won the state championship this year. It was so exciting, almost like absolutely surreal. Just didn't even feel like it was actually happening. It was a very close game against the reigning state champions from last year who knocked us out in the semifinal. So it was a really good game. We won 11-10, and it was down to the wire in the bottom of the seventh inning with the bases loaded. One of our girls laid down a bunt with the bases loaded, and my daughter was on third base, and she ran home and scored and beat the throw. It was really exciting, but what I wanted to share with you was just how we came into this season was that we were absolutely the underdogs. Because of all the changes and challenges that our team and all the girls had been through, losing their coach who they absolutely adore, and getting a new coach this year was extremely difficult. It was, I don't want to be dramatic about it, but it actually really was very traumatic how it all happened. and the girls went through a lot. They persevered, and they overcame a lot of challenges throughout the entire school year and definitely through the softball season to come out on top. We felt so blessed and grateful just to even make it to state, to qualify to compete in the semifinal game. When we won the semifinal game, we were like, okay, that's good. That's good enough. We won that, and we got back to the state championship game. But then to win the state championship game was like, it was indescribable. So what I want you to take away from this story is that you might feel like the underdog. Like, you might feel like your goal is so far out of reach right now, like you just don't see how it could happen. Maybe you've gone through some things this past seminar year, maybe this past season of life, where you're just feeling like there's just no way that your goals are even reachable, that it's just impossible. It's even impossible for God. Like, you don't see how he could make this miracle happen. And I said that so many times last week that it was a miracle for us to make it to the state game, let alone win it. We didn't even expect that. So I wanted to just share with you some lessons that you could take that maybe could help you overcome some mental obstacles and hurdles that could be scaring you, because they might be holding you back and you don't want them to. And I want to tell you, if these 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18-year-old girls who make up the 18 players that are on the team who won the state championship this year, if they can overcome the things they overcame, then I know you can do it too. Because many times they wanted to quit. There were many conversations with girls who, some of them were not going to play at all. Some of them started playing and wanted to quit because it was really bad. Some of them stayed just because they had a friend who held them accountable and said, can you please just play for me? And they wouldn't have won state if every single one of them wasn't there and stuck it out and been a part of it. And they all played a crucial piece of the puzzle. So maybe you're that for your team, your unit right now. Maybe there's somebody on your team who you need to reach out to and say, you're a crucial piece of my puzzle right now. I can't do it without you. I need you. But here are some things that I want you to take away from this. The first is that doubt can fuel determination. I'm telling you, these girls, they weren't sure. They really didn't think that they were going to win state. They thought, like, it was cool to just get to go again and miss a couple extra days of school, right? They thought, oh, this is fun. We get a fun 3-hour road trip, last one with our friends. I mean, the seniors never even really dreamed that they were going to actually win their senior year, their third time back out of the 4 years that they had been in high school. And so what a blessing for them. But even when they were doubting, it still made them determined. You know, even when you feel underestimated, sometimes that can just light a little fire under you. So let it do that. The next is that growth happens in the background. It doesn't happen in the limelight, right? So these girls, they were training hard. They were working even after they left practice. They were going to extra hitting lessons and extra defense lessons and doing all the things to stay disciplined and have a grind that maybe other teams didn't have. I don't know. Maybe they did, but I just know how hard our girls were working, and it all happens in the background, and then it just shows up on the stage. The next is that you have to be adaptable. If these girls are anything, that is what they are. Is they were willing and able to adapt to changing coaches, changing players. Some girls didn't come back who did play last year. We had some new freshmen that came in that were crucial pieces of the puzzle. I mean, they were able to adapt, embrace all of, every single one of them just plays such a vital role. The next lesson is that you learn to fight for every inch. Every single inch. I am not kidding you guys. They played it one inning at a time. They played one batter at a time, one out at a time, one pitch at a time. I mean, it was like every pitch mattered. Every pitch we were cheering or we were a little quiet, like, okay, let's get him on the next pitch. I mean, everything was so important, and everybody was so enrolled and dialed in, and just every inch mattered. The next one is that confidence is earned, not just given. So these girls were just passionate about winning, passionate about their sport, but they knew they had to earn it. It wasn't going to be handed to them. They knew they were going to have to fight for it. Are you feeling that way right now? Are you feeling like, okay, my confidence isn't where it needs to be. I need to fight a little bit harder, because the more you fight, the more you win, and the more your confidence is going to grow. You might have been learning this the hard way, and you know that when you get the victory, that you have absolutely earned it, and no one can take it from you, and that is what helps the confidence. And my last one for you is that victory is sweeter when you are counted out. Sometimes it means even more to you when people didn't expect it, when people just are looking at you like, where did these girls come from? Now, I know that our team had been there for the last, has been in the state championship finals for the last 3 years, but after going through what they went through this year, people really didn't expect it. All I know is that the other teams, our competition, was watching us, and we did hear through word of mouth that some of the coaches of the other teams, they were a little scared of our hitting, because our team was hitting. And even if we didn't win a game, we were still hitting the ball well. And so they weren't really counting us out, but they knew that they were hitting well too, and that they could compete. And so I think we shocked a lot of people. Are you ready to do that right now? Are you ready to shock people over the next 5 weeks as you close in on this year end and crush your goals? Because the victory is so sweet when you get to the other side, when you remember and you look back at all the doubt that you persevered through because of your determination, all the setbacks that you didn't let stop you, and then you let them set you up for a comeback. And just everything that has played a part in your journey, you know, even the challenges, those are blessings in disguise. So I just want you to learn a lesson from these girls that came out on top last week as the champions. You know, you are destined to be a champion as well, but it is going to take work. It is going to take grind. It is going to take belief, and it's going to take confidence.